Bobby. I'd just like to say to Matt, you know, you were brilliant, but I have the accent and the breasts. So, death, huh? I mean, what a bitch. You know, I don't want to, you know, lay my problems on you, use you guys for therapy, but hey, since we're all here. Yeah, I've had a kind of paralysing fear of death ever since I can remember. It's not so much the dying that bothers me, although I gather that liver failure isn't going to be a walk in the park. Cheers. Yeah. It's not so much the dying, it's the being dead that really freaks me out. Death to me is like, it's like somebody saying to you, you've got to leave the party early, you know? And I love parties. I do. I love parties. I mean, I am always the last to leave, you know what I mean? I'm one of those, yeah, that's me. Over there in the corner, trashed as a fart, expounding on just why it is they think the universe is now made of string. To the dog. And, you know, I don't like the idea that when I go, everybody else gets to carry on partying without me, you know? And of course, some people think, depending on your faith, that there might be a bigger, better, celestial party to go to. You know, with various tempting things on offer. You know, perhaps if you're Bobby, it's virgins. You're Muslim, he's not even listening to me. Various tempting things on offer, like virgins. Trying. Eternal bliss, you know, heavenly choirs. Or my own personal favourite, a never-ending free bar with alcohol that does not give you a hangover. Of course, you know, could be a really shit party, you know. No alcohol and eternal karaoke. Ooh, that would be bad. So, the thing with me is that I'm not sure about any of those options. So most of my life I've been on a kind of life after death God quest. And this has led me to sample a buffet of religions, a smorgasbord, if you like, of philosophies. I have boogied with the born-agains, I have shuffled around in shawls, I have faced Mecca in mosques. Until finally, recently, I ended up in Thailand on a meditation retreat at a monastery with a bunch of Buddhist monks and nuns. Great. Now, I don't know if you know this, but Buddhism doesn't really have a god and no afterlife to speak of, but what with the reincarnation, at least you keep coming back to the party again and again and again. Great. So there I am, up in the north of Thailand. Only what they didn't tell me, I don't know if you know this, I certainly didn't, it wasn't in any guidebook I read. What they didn't tell me was that some Buddhist monasteries actually act as a kind of halfway house for the recently released. Yeah, it's like you take off the orange jumpsuit and put on an orange robe. But I had no idea. So it wasn't until Bong, my favourite monk, it wasn't until Bong offered me a beer and some Class A drugs, I began to get just a little bit suspicious. So maybe the orange robe does not a holy man make. Yeah, I suppose I should have guessed when I saw his Ray-Bans and like top of the range Blackberry. But I wasn't there to judge, you know. So yeah, stupidly, I thought that faraway look in Bong's eyes was ancient wisdom. No, he was just a space cadet. Bong chanted words of one syllable because that's all that he could manage. Bong's aura of being one with the universe was not enlightenment, it was opium! Still, it was a fuck of a party. Yeah. Went to get God, walked away looking like a crackle. So I still go to Thailand, only now I've swapped the meditation retreat for a fasting retreat at a spa with a serious amount of colonic irrigation. It's a process that I find really gets rid of all your crap. on so many levels. Yeah. I fasted for 14 days. Cheers. Thanks. And some people think fasting gives you a high that you could call spiritual, although I prefer the phrase hallucinating due to starvation. And yeah, it was pretty excellent. I found that sticking a tube up your arse twice a day really does make you understand your insignificant place in the universe. Okay, so this is kind of do-it-yourself colonics. On day one, they give you a really, truly scary video to watch. Your very own little bit of plastic tubing, some KY jelly, and a colander. Yeah, I can see you're thinking about it. Okay, so here's the thing. I know some of you are eating, but bear with me. After about 3 days of fasting, nothing coming out of you even resembles shit, but what does start to come out of you gets really weird and wonderful. And some people get really into it, want to have a bit of an examine, bit of a poke around, hence the colander. Now, I don't know about you, but I think this is a kind of solo kind of holiday. Yeah? I mean, it's not exactly like you want to hold hands with your loved ones over the tubes whilst 3 gallons of warm water makes its way slowly up your bum. But weirdly, I did meet a couple there, an American couple actually. And I'm like, how did that conversation even start? You know, did she just come home from work one day and say, hey honey, do you want to go on a colonic irrigation vacation? And he goes, yeah, sounds great, it even rhymes. Let's do it. So yeah, there we all are, me and the wife at breakfast one morning. And by breakfast, I mean a glass of hot lemon water. And the husband comes down really, really excited. He goes, honey, 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 look what I found, look what I found. And he puts this tiny little bit of metal on the table. Me being a bit of a nosy cow, instantly pick it up. And it's a Civil War soldier that he swallowed when he was 6. And had been lodged in his colon ever since. Thanks. It was amazing. People were finding all kinds of things up there. There were marbles, old coins, bits of Lego. It was like some really nostalgic retro Christmas. There was me, hoping to find God, maybe just some self-esteem. What do I get? Oh look! It's my brother's G.I. Joe head! That mysteriously disappeared in 1985! Thank you very much, I'm Pippa Hinchley.